All right. It's great to see you all. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah? Thumbs up. So, I can't tell you how excited I am about this session. Some people in this room are going to go, we're going to start with this. Get out your phones. We want to find out what's going on in this room. I put up the experienced user, so be honest with yourself. Are you an experienced user, a power user, a casual user, a newcomer, or do not use it all as it relates to AI? Let's see what the room says. But while you're doing that, I'm here with John Waller. John Waller is a cybersecurity specialist, and he's going to be providing color to the conversation. This will be a fun little conversation. Got it going. But 30% newcomers, I'm just learning, do not use 17%. That's 47. Casual users, 19%. So we're talking about around, it's 20 to 35. So 65% of you are really just getting to know AI. Raise your hand if you're a power user. I want to see where they are. All right, great. I'm going to be hitting things you all know, but this is for the greater good of everyone. There we go. This is our agenda for the day. We're going to do a brief intro to AI and ChatGPT. We're going to talk about events, fundraising, membership, and AI tools and techniques, and examples of real-time use. We're going to really get into the thick of it. And I want to go ahead and start with a video, because I'll just leave it at that. Oh, I have this little thing. Oh, this is a gift to you. This is one of my favorite bots. There's an AI for that. There's 13,000 AI tools in this little website, and I urge you to grab this and bookmark it, because it's something that will be extraordinarily helpful for you to find new things. In fact, I was on there last night and I found a new website that I started talking about with the presidents earlier this morning. So, and we're going to get into it more. So there's a lot of great tools here. So, and you're going to get this deck, by the way. Everyone here today will get a copy of this deck and the deck this morning. You're going to get everything. So this will all be mailed to each one of you. So leveraging artificial intelligence. I want to start talking about ChatGPT and generative pre-trained transformers. This is an area that is really, really important. You know, AI started 50 years ago in the 1950s. For those of you who don't know, 60, 70 years ago. Yeah, 1950s it began. So it's a very well-heeled platform. It's basically a computer science that deals with the creation of intelligent agents, which are systems that can reason, learn, and act autonomously. It uses various techniques. Machine learning is its basis. And if you all remember, I remember when I was in college when the fax machine came out. Yes. And then of course, then the PC in the early 90s, right? Bill Gates. And then all of a sudden, the internet happened from some politician. And then it continued on, and then we hit the bubble in end of 90s. And then we got the iPods, remember that? It's a phone, it's a. And then we got the iPhone, and then phones started playing a big role. And ChatGPT and artificial intelligence is the fastest growing science, technological science, in the history of our time. And it is, and if you watch Sam Altman, who's the founder, who's the CEO of OpenAI, if you watch and talk to him and see videos of him talking, he tells you that what happened yesterday will be dwarfed in months. So this is something, if you're in business and you're not using AI, you will be left in the dust.
Mid-journey, you're generating music, art, text. We're coming to agentic AI. Agentic AI is AI that can actually think like an employee. It can solve complex problems without human intervention. So you can go to your agentic AI and you will soon be able to say, listen, I run a real estate property company. I need a really interesting post to showcase my newest development. The AI will go analyze all the pictures in your Google Drive, pick the best pictures, which are going to create the best response, write write a caption, come up with 3 different ideas, post 3 different ideas on TikTok, analyze the data, generate the video, generate the voice, generate everything, and then see which one has the best response, and then turn that into a Facebook ad, put that ad on Facebook, tap into your credit card account, go and deploy money to Meta to pay for the ad, analyze the results of the ad, decide if it should kill it, expand it, tweak it, optimize it, then get back to you in 48 hours and say, here's my report. And it'll do it better than any human employee. And it'll do it at maybe 1/100 the cost. We're going in an age of instant results. You've heard of software as a service? We're about to enter results as a service, RAAS. But that's just the beginning.
So, he's real. Yeah, he's real. Yeah, you asked the same thing.
That's the future. We're not there right now.
So agentive AI is basically generative AI agents, and it's a new phase of AI. And there's something called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generations, where it basically allows AI to go into the vast network that it's created, but it also allows it to go into a domain or a system that's off-site, so that it takes the best of your operation and takes the best of the world and puts it together. And that's where organizations like Salesforce has gone. Salesforce Agent Force is what they call it. But this is where the world is going. And it's pretty provocative. And so I want to take you to the next thing, which is all of the basic starting points. So ChatGPT, we all know, that's OpenAI. It's the best chatbot overall, according to the market. Microsoft Copilot is the best alternative. And Microsoft, all of these organizations have invested in OpenAI. Then you have Claude by Anthropic, which is best for privacy. I use Claude for writing. It's a great writing tool. Perplexity AI is best for searching. Jasper is best for business and marketers. And Gemini by Google is best for productivity. But they're all fantastic. They all have free versions, and they limit what you can do. So I spend $60 a month on 3 platforms, on ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity. And I have a few others that I dabble in. But these are investments you make because it's just the nature of where we are with technology. I mean, think about what you were paying for the phone, for your phone before phones came out. And now we're spending a lot of money on the phones. So this is technology at work. And so here's another place for you to go. The Best AI Chatbots is a great website. It's from ZDNet, and it gives you where they are, what's happening in 2025. So please take this information and, again, bookmark it. I'll leave it up there for another second. So I'm excited about this. The next thing I want to talk about is Rotary Club events, membership, fundraising, public image, and AI. Because I believe that, listen, we are lean and mean. We have some clubs that have 80 plus members, and we have some clubs that have 10, 12, 15 members. And there's some clubs that have it's the 20-80 rule, that 20% of the people do 80% of the work, vice versa. You all know this. We talked about this morning in the President's Circle. And so we need to be smart at what we do, and we need to be productive. I use AI every day, and it saves me enormous time and makes me more productive so I can do more. And think about our work in Rotary clubs. We need to do more. We need to find a way to maximize our productivity and do more things. So we're going to start with understanding what the strategies are for event and development and membership and other things that we do in our Rotary clubs. The first thing is you need to identify your club goals around AI. It's just so important. And so that may mean setting up a new committee in your club. It might mean setting up a technology committee or an AI committee or a productivity committee to talk about what are the goals that we're going to use this technology around. The second thing is assess your data. We're all collecting information. If you're not using DACDB, then I hope you're using Microsoft Excel or something else to collect your prospects, your Rotary membership prospects or your donor prospects. When you meet someone on the street, are you collecting their name? Are you putting it into a database? Are you collecting their card? What are you doing with that card? This is all a strategy around membership and engagement. If you're not doing that, it's something that would be good, and that's part of assessing your data. If you have no data, it's hard to go out to do things with AI. The next thing is choose the right tools. So yes, it's a conversation, which means you need to expose yourself to AI to understand what tools are out there to support you. You're going to meet some tools today. Some of you know, some of them you don't know. And the last thing is you get started small. Take bite-sized pieces and take it step by step as you go through the process. John, do you have any kind of feedback you want to give on the way you attacked AI?
I don't know about that, but one thing is that one of the reasons that Robert asked me up here is that I'm just about finished with a master's degree in AI from Colorado State University. And it was one of those things that I figured along about 2.5 years ago that how important AI was going to be. And I've just been taking one course after the other. My company was grateful enough. I'm grateful that they've been paying for it. So I have a sort of, a seat at the table here. But I just want to ask the power users out there and the experience users, do you ever feel like you have like the superpower that nobody knows about and you're able to do all this stuff, it's just so easy, and you're like, I can't believe it. But it's true, and you see people nodding their heads. For the people who aren't using AI, just think it really is that impactful, and it really can help you to get very productive very quickly.
There we go. I got my ChatGPT up. Hi, how are you?
Hello, how can I help you today?
Yeah, can you tell me what the population is of Connecticut?
According to macro trends, Connecticut's population in 2024 is estimated to be approximately 3,675,000.
So I've been driving on long trips as I go to club meetings, and I'll have conversations with this and get work done. So these are the kind of things that we need to think about because our time is limited in what we do every day. So just another thing to throw on the table. Let's continue on. Benefits of AI: increased efficiency, improved donor and member targeting, increased personalization and monetization, and better campaign optimization. Now, some of these words and some of these things you may not have touched, but this is it all focuses down to me on the increased efficiency and being able to touch people in unique ways. So I want to start by talking about this. These are some operational efficiency ideas. How can AI streamline a donor database management? What AI tools optimize nonprofit email campaigns? How does AI enhance event planning and attendance forecasting? Can AI predict the most effective fundraising and sales periods? How can chatbots improve donor support and engagement? In what ways does AI assist in grant discovery and application? How does AI facilitate volunteer coordination and scheduling? Can AI analyze the effectiveness of social media campaigns? Well, why don't we go ahead and try this one? So let's go to the prompt for this. And so now you're going to get to the story and the management behind prompts. The beauty of artificial intelligence is being able to effectively create a story that you tell it to get what you want, get the results out. He talked about results as a service, RAAS. This is the core of AI. So here's the question: what are the best volunteer management systems for a Rotary Club? And the prompt is, and this is key when you're doing a prompt, you need to give AI a role. And the role is you are blank. So in this case, you are an expert IT professional in the nonprofit and commercial sector. You have been asked to identify the top 10 volunteer management solutions for Rotary Clubs, provide a detailed list of volunteer management solutions, ranking them by annual cost, support, and functional scope, place each solution in a comparative matrix, and score each one based on functionality, cost, and user experience, and then rank them by the total aggregate score. Create a matrix by rank and arrange the columns in the following order: name of solution, total score, functionality rank, user experience rank, cost rank, free version question mark, monthly cost, website hyperlink, then create an Excel spreadsheet to output the final view. So you're describing what you want, and you're being very specific because that's what you'll get. So you want to see this happen? Let's take a peek. So I'm going to jump to this, and I'm going to jump to that. And we're going to do this in Microsoft Copilot. So I'm going to grab the prompt from my little cheat sheet on my computer, and I'm going to place it right down here in Copilot, and I'm going to put it in there. So there it is. I'm going to get rid of this thing. And I'm just going to hit go.
Sure, that's a great example of how AI can streamline operations. If you need help crafting prompts or have other questions, feel free to ask.
See, you got to turn it off.
She heard you.
Look what's coming up.
Is there anything else you'd like to know or discuss?
No. So you see what happened here? Say again? Can I make it bigger? I think so. Is that better?
Yeah, why are you missing the last column you asked for? There we go.
Oh. So I could go on and on. I can grab this. This particular Microsoft Copilot doesn't do it in Excel, but ChatGPT does. So, or they put it in a CSV file. So, or you could copy and paste this and put it right into an Excel to get it. But here's your matrix. And I could say, I could add on to this. I could say, what methodology did you use to get this? And I'll just go ahead and hit. And if you do typos, no big deal. And now we'll give you the methodology. So if someone wants to know that, that's how, and so it's right there. It took like 2 seconds. So that's an example of that. Now, let's jump forward. Go ahead and do
Yeah, I
color.
was just going to say, the funny thing is that it'll take you longer to come up with a good prompt than it will for it to give you an answer.
Well, I've been in situations. You're going to see me do one in a second, which is data analysis, which is pretty amazing. A couple of them. I'm going to do a social media one too, which is crazy. So that's the volunteer management prompt. The next one is real-time AI fundraising scenarios. So Christine Friedman, get ready. All right. How can AI tools automate financial reporting in nonprofits? What AI solutions help analyzing feedback from beneficiaries? How does AI assist in segmenting and personalizing donor communications? Can AI predict resource needs for upcoming projects? How can an AI-driven analytic improve program impact measurement? You can see this. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. How does AI enhance content creation and success for Rotary Club event marketing? So this is a good one, right? So I think I picked on a Rotary Club here. So let's see what I did. I can't remember. Press and promotion efficiency. So we all do press and promotion, right? So how does AI enhance content creation success for Rotary Club event marketing? Here's the prompt. You are an expert marketing director working for the Ridgefield Rotary Club, Connecticut, and you are managing the Taste of Ridgefield. Funny how that came up. This coming February 2nd, where you and your club are looking to increase earned and contributed revenue to support community nonprofits in need for the 25-26 Rotary year. Write a press release and a media alert that describes the event and create a first draft quote from the club president, Ken Whipperman, outlining the impact the club is having in support of eradicating polio, the Ridgefield Tree Project, food insecurity, and other important community initiatives, noting to properly tell the Rotary Club story to the region. All right? So now let's jump back out to my cheat sheet, and let's jump to here. And now we're going to use Claude, because I like to use Claude. And we're going to grab this prompt by Anthropic, and we're going to paste this in to Claude. And there it goes. And now we're going to hit go and watch this.
We're going to call you to get into some of my questions today.
Well, this is where it gets fun, because this is where you. So I mean, let's just take a look at this. So it's created a comprehensive press release. Would you like to? And then it asks you questions. Would you like to adjust any aspects, add more specific details, include more? So it helps you, prompt you. One of my best tips is when you give it a prompt. When you give it a prompt, ask it. Before you respond, ask me 5 or 10 questions that will help you do a better job. And then it will ask you questions. You respond to those questions, and then, because it's thinking for you. So you don't have to think about everything. You can probe it to ask you more information to get you the data that you want. So it's crazy. So let's look at this. So you can look at this. It says Ridgeville Rotary Club presents 24th annual. Ken, is this the 24th annual?
I think it is, yeah.
There you go. Premier Food and Wine event returns to support critical community initiatives. There's your quote. The Taste of Ridgeville. See your quote, Ken? You can use this. I'll send this to you. There's the media alert and whatnot. Yeah, I almost used the duck race, but I didn't. Yeah. So anyway, back to our PowerPoint once again. So again, now let's get into some more, a couple more that are really, really fun. So this one, the third prompt is donor increased giving analysis. All right, Christine, this is the one. The Rotary Club of New London is looking to maximize their contributed income for the year. The board has asked for an individual giving analysis to increase last year's giving for the coming year. And here's the prompt. It's using ChatGPT 4.0, which is the paid version of ChatGPT, an Excel file, which I have, of phantom donors to New London. They're not real. And the prompt is, and it's bigger than this, it's a longer prompt. You'll see it when I put it in. We'll go over it. Well, why don't I put it in and we'll read it from there. So I'm going to go into my cheat sheet once again, and we'll open that up, and then we'll go to here. And we're going to use ChatGPT this time. All right, and let me grab my data. This one's a bit crazy. I think I got it all, yep. All right, let's put it in there and let's read it. So this one says, you are an expert development data analyst. Take the attached donor file and, oh, I got to attach the donor file. Ooh, let me do that. So now we open up this and I grab this file, which I'm grabbing right now, and I'm dragging it over and I'm dropping it in. So now it's dropped into the top of the file. And take the attached donor file and analyze it by donor giving level of their 2024 gift, and based on their giving of each donor, create a giving increase projection model for each donor resulting in an ask amount for their 2025 gift, and then aggregate the total possible giving based on these asks. Please follow the giving tiers as follows, and then it gives you giving tiers from patron all the way to patron circle. Provide the methodology used for the increased projection. Provide a graph detailing the results of the projected increase, and provide an Excel sheet with the donor's name, contact information, the new 2025 ask amount alongside the 2024 gift, and include another column showing the percentage increase of each donor's ask. Then sum each donation column and create a bar chart in the new tab showing the current giving against the projected revenue from each donor based on the new ask amounts. Then create another tab showing a summary report of each donor giving tier indicating the total giving in 2020. Now, Christine, how long would this take you to do?
2 years, months. Seriously, because we do have a wealth engine platform we use, but we have to put in each individual donor's name into that wealth engine search, and then they come back with a report. So we don't have so it's by individual.
Got it. So watch this. Go. Now it's going to go through its own. This is unique because it's an analysis. So I've opted to show the detail of everything that's happening. So it's going through its iterative calculations.
Yeah. Yeah, you're great at Python.
I am. It's an amazing, right? You can code on this stuff. It's crazy. I haven't gone there yet, but.
No, I have to say, with my degree, I have the university has a thing that's has an allowable use of AI, and so I'm able to use this to do all of my work. And 5 years ago, when the program came out, I can just imagine how long it took these people to do the stuff that I do in an hour or two. It's crazy.
All right, so it's done. So I'm just going to ask it to provide the Excel sheet. It asked me a question. I'm saying yes, do it. There it is. So I'm going to download it. There it goes. I'm going to open it. It's opened over. I'm going to bring it over and show it to you. So this is what it created. This is crazy. So these are all the donors right here. See the second tab? There's my summary report. And I can just go ahead and highlight this and just double click it. It'll spread it out accordingly. So there's the total giving by tier level. Here's the 2025 giving, and there's the percent increase. If I want to go ahead and click on that and sum that, and then drag that over, and then go ahead and do equals, I could ask it to do it, but I'm going to do it. It looks like it's a 10% increase.
Robert, can you make it bigger?
I can, yes. Give me a second. There, it's an 8.6% increase, and let's see, I can go up to view. Oh, yeah, right. So that's what it did. But then over here, look at this. I have it by donor. So there's your donor Ask Christine. And then you could go back and say, well, I want to look at the methodology. It will give you the tier of what it created each tier and increase that. Say, well, increase the benefactors at 13%. And you could change it in one fell swoop. It will redo it for you. So again, I just wanted to kind of give you that one. So I'm going to keep going because there's one more that I just love. So let's go ahead. And so the next one, prompt 4, is digital marketing campaign. This is one we've all been waiting for, right? So this is a long one. So I'll read it from here. You are an expert marketing professional with a major focus in digital marketing. So I'm looking over at Agath. So you probably know all this, right? You do all this? So sorry. Because this is your prowess. You have been asked to create a digital marketing campaign to promote the sale of flags for a Field of Flags program sponsored by the Greenwich Rotary Club in Greenwich, Connecticut, to take place on the town green. The goal is to increase the number of flag sponsors from 100 to 200 participants and to extend the impact of public visibility of the event inside social media, focused on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Okay, TikTok's going away on Sunday, but for how long? All right. Create a marketing campaign matrix that includes direct mail, email, and social digital marketing. The matrix should be broken down by marketing channel, with each channel actively deploying every week, and should contain a full 12-week campaign displayed by week 1, week 2, in a vertical timeline counting backwards from Memorial Day 2025. The matrix should display with the media down the left column for comparison. Please create a separate row for each social media platform and the marketing channels for each week, yada, yada. Each marketing channel deploy should include the following weekly data: theme, primary headline, text content, image and design elements, best day of week to deploy, sample visual for the post. Please make sure to provide the full 12-week output for the campaign. So let me... Huh? I got the what?
The town hall, not the town.
Oh,
green.
all right. Well, it's okay. It's okay. You can change it. You're all going to get this. I'm going to do this one in Copilot. So I'm going to start a new chat. If it works. There we go. Okay. So let me grab this. Here we go. You ready? All right, hold on. I got to grab all this information. There we go. And this is crazy. This is what I love, because it's all about planning, right? So there's your prompt. So there's everything. It's all right there. And I'm going to hit go.
Maybe take the size down just a tad to see that last column.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and scroll. It goes for a while. It's week 1 through 12. Look at Gates. So these are the kind of things we should be doing. A couple other quick. Oh, I have one last thing I got to share with you. This is crazy. This is crazy. So now I'm going to take it on to some creative art.
Hey, Robert, the stuff that you're doing, is this all through the paid one, and can you get the same information through free service?
I think you can get it through the free service, but you're going to get it better through the paid service. I will support and promote. Pay the $20. Okay. It's worth every penny. Yep. There's a platform called Notebook LM by Google. I discovered it in the fall, and this is about to be posted on our website. We now have a podcast. You want to hear the podcast?
Okay, so peace building.
It sounds huge-y,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Like treaties and diplomacy and...
Yeah.
But what if I told you there's a Rotary group down in Southern Connecticut, District 7980, and they're turning this huge EGE concept into action.
Wow.
Like one community at a time.
Wow.
We are diving deep
Into their peace initiative plan.
Okay?
And trust me,
It's inspiring.
I like it. I'm ready. Rotary isn't just like,
Your friendly neighborhood club,
Right.
they're global.
Right.
And that gives them, you know, real leverage to create lasting peace, which, as you know,
it takes more than just stopping wars.
it's like putting a Band-Aid on a wound.
Instead of figuring out
Exactly.
what caused it in the first place.
It's getting to the root of the problem.
And that's what you're doing with this peace initiative plan.
And they have a plan.
This is their blueprint.
That's what I like to hear.
It's not just like some vague
Right.
ideas they have,
It's well thought out.
like their mission statement.
Oh, yeah. What's that say?
It says, to create an environment where dialogue, empathy, and artistic expression converge to heal divides, celebrate diversity,
And
and
has
build a
written the
more
script.
harmonious world.
Okay,
Beautiful.
It's a mouthful.
I'm going to stop it for a second. So I want to take you to this platform because it's crazy. So all I did, many of you know I wrote a white paper on peace last spring, and we've been using it in every club as we begin engaging in the peace process. So all I did was I loaded in that. I loaded in Rotary's peace information. I wrote it in documents that John and Dennis contributed. And I loaded it in, and I said, go. And it created 2 podcasts with these people automatically within 5 minutes. The voices are all AI-driven.
And the script is all AI.
The script is all AI. I didn't tell it what to say. It just took the data, and I'll take you to it. This is the platform. It's loading up my stuff. So here it is. And if I go to Peace Building Project number 1, which is my first one you were listening to now, you're just loading up this data. And then you tell it to go. You hit the button, and it starts crafting. It's crazy. So there are so many tools out there. There's so many free things out there. And there's so many things that are costly, but they give you 30 days or 7 days free to try it. And I can't tell you how many times I've taken advantage of it. There's one, I'm going to knock your socks off. So I just found this last night. We're going to be talking about this more with the presidents, but this is a persona on Rotary, a potential Rotary member between the age of 30 and 55 that's got kids between the age of 10 and 15 years old. What we think perhaps could be our sweet spot for the kind of Rotarian we want to bring in to this district. And so these are the kinds of things, and his name is Michael. And it goes through and it gives you, about him, it gives you his age. These are all his persona, where he works, personality traits. All I did was answer questions, and it created this for me. His personal goals and objectives, what's important to him, what impacts him, why it's critical to him, his personal goals and objectives, all of these things so that you can begin thinking. See now, Michael Perry, who's a Madison Avenue executive, marketing executive, knows all about this, right, Michael? This is the kind of stuff that drives success, right? Yes. Right. So this is the kind of thinking we need to shift to. You go at your own pace. I'm going to close with this. Oh, prompt perfect. Yeah. So when you do a prompt in ChatGPT, there are a lot of apps that you can plug in. Like I have Canva as an app in ChatGPT. So you can go to the Canva app and say, build me a PowerPoint in Canva based on blank. You put in your data, and it automatically builds it. And then you can tweak it.
How did you connect it?
You go into ChatGPT with the paid version, and then you go to an app area, and you select the apps you want to plug in and load in. And by the way, the more you use AI, the more it gets to know you. So ChatGPT knows me really well. So I don't have to do a lot of explaining. It just it's pretty scary. So this is a big question. So ethics and security in AI. So you don't want to put anything that you feel could be seen, because everything goes in is embraced and learned, but you can turn that off. So if you're doing something secure, you can turn off the thread that sends it in to the transom. But you need to make sure you do that. And listen, if you all are interested, I'm more than happy to add classes on this for the district as we move through it, and I'll do it with the technology committee. Where's Joe? Joe, where are you? There you are. And yeah, so we'll play that, because this could be a thing, you know? So, and the power users, raise your hand. I'm going to be counting on you guys to join the fray. You all can teach this as much as I can, because and I learn from you as you learn from me. So anyway, one last thing. Prompt perfect. So if you start each prompt with the words prompt perfect, if you loaded the app in, it will take your prompt and it will make it stronger. So it automatically corrects and fixes. A couple of other quick things, just to take you through some quick things. Back to the PowerPoint. Just some quick things. So these are all prompts that you're going to get. Annual fundraising campaign theme prompt. Corporate sponsor campaign prompt. These are all for you. You just plug and play. So these are all going to be given to you. We're going to send these to you. You're going to have it to use. And of course, you can call me anytime or call the power users. We're going to get, if you're a power user, come up and see me. I want to galvanize your name on a list, if you're open to it. So my summary. My summary. Start initiating AI into your Rotary Club. Start initiating AI. Identify where AI can bring efficiencies in time savings and return on investment impact. Identify your fundraising event and membership goals and review how they can be enhanced. Assess your data. So big. Data is king. If you don't have the data, you're not going anywhere. If you're out in the field and you meet somebody, get their card and give it to your secretary and put them into DACDB. Get them information. Identify the AI tools for development and event efforts. Set best practice on connecting your data and identifying AI prompts that drive value. Engage AI as a conversation in your weekly meetings to increase adoption and impact throughout your club. Be careful, be sure to proof and recraft. By the way, you cannot believe everything that AI says, so make sure you proof it, make sure you correct it, make sure you vet it. Don't send it out blank just because you got it. Track efficiency savings and market impact as you move forward, and share the value with the district. We want to know your successes with this. And with that, one last thing.
Just to reiterate what somebody has said earlier, be very, very conscious about privacy. All right, that's probably the most important thing that I'm a cybersecurity expert consultant, and this is the one thing. All major corporations, 2 years ago, they say, "Oh, it's not for us." Last year it was, "Well, we're going to wait and see." Now everybody's doing it, and the reason is that they took the time to figure out what they need to do to have security and privacy. So these are very, very important when you start using it and you start bringing in financial information or anything like that. Before you do that, make sure that you've looked at it and have an idea of what you're doing, because that's the one thing that could really get you in trouble. I mean, privacy breaches are the biggest thing that companies are concerned about with AI.
And I think that's something the technology committee and the district can start talking about, best practices in terms of those kinds of things, and John would be involved in that too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great lunch. AI!
Next time.